Alive! Hi guys, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading that love right across the big bad world. And what a bad world it has been in the last few days, football wise, anyway. Anyway, I finally got the main man on, Sam Greenwood. We've had to do an early one to work with him. You had to do an early one. So it's not quite the late night chat, but it's a late evening chat, let's just say. Anyway, Sam, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Interested in finding out what kind of alcohol-induced roller coaster ride you're going to have us on tonight.
Well, you know what? I don't know why. I do know why, because I'm training. Actually, a cup of tea at the moment, man.
Wow, wow! It's
Mm.
not a red wine or something like that. Oh wow, good on
No,
you, mate.
no, no red wine. I got tea. And rather than going to the kitchen, I got a bottle of water right next to me. There you go.
Great, great, fantastic.
I
I see your
know.
training's going well.
Oh, I know, man. Fucking horrible.
Getting ready for Iron Man, aren't you? You're going to be swimming across the fucking
I enjoy it. To
Cardiff
be
River.
honest, Sam, I know, uh, but it's good. Look, I've lost weight. I lost 25 kilos now. I think,
Yeah,
since those days. But it's more mental than anything. It's more
yeah,
mental than anything. I
yeah,
know when I need to go. If I have a day or two off, I know I need to go to the gym because I'm feeling down and I'm feeling stressed out,
yeah.
and
Good,
it's
good
more
habits to
mental
have.
than anything else for me. I know people are different. And
No,
Rob,
it's a good habit. Good habit to have. Going to the gym does
absolutely.
a lot of good for you. It does a lot of good for you.
And before we go anywhere, Rob, thanks a lot, mate, for popping in. I know I popped in earlier. I do apologize. I couldn't stay, but at least I hope that I helped the YouTube algorithm. And thanks for returning a favor. Right, Sam. So how you been? How you been?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. A little bit under the weather today. I think something's going around everywhere around here. Everyone's picking up stuff. A little bit under the weather, but I'm all right. Yeah, doing well. Enjoying Arsenal. We seem to be smashing it at the moment. We've got a game against Brentford again on Saturday, so that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, apart from that, pretty good. Pretty good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Stressed out, if I'm honest. With all different
Yeah,
little things which are becoming mountains from molehills, if you know what I mean.
yeah. There's a
But
lot going on.
yeah, the weather's not helping. The weather's not helping,
Nah,
and
nah.
a stressed out Russian girl is, living in Spain at the moment. She's proper stressing me out, I tell you.
Yeah, I bet she is.
You know, but on the whole, compared to where I was this time last year, that's what I should be.
Well, that's it. Look, that's the way you look at it, right? It's all these little victories along the way.
I know, man. Right, right. You mentioned Arsenal. Come on, let's
Yes.
start with Arsenal. Let's start with your team. Um,
Okay.
you know what? I said it. I said it before when they beat Liverpool. I said I fancy him at 9. I think I was on a show with you one night, Sam, and I was
Could have been.
thinking, either
Could have
you
been.
or Mr. Tom, and I was thinking I fancy Arsenal. I really do fancy Arsenal,
Yeah.
but also in the back of my mind, Sam, I think they may just be one transfer window away from absolutely winning the Premier League, if you know what I mean. I
Tough.
they've been hitting five and all these goal, top
Yeah.
goal scorers lately, but you still can't get that question mark away from them because that striker issue.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, Brownie. That's I think a lot of people have been saying the same thing, but you know what? It's really interesting to see how football changes so much.
Yeah,
And what I think we're actually seeing with Arsenal, and I'm gonna hold my hands up. I've been criticizing Arteta, despite I'm very happy with Arteta. But you can walk and chew chewing gum at the same time, right? You can still find something to criticize without saying you want someone to go. That's it's
Yeah.
part of life. I'm very happy with Arteta. I want him to stay. I'm absolutely not get. Absolutely. I'm not one of these people who wants him to leave. I think he's doing a great job. I want to see him, finish his project. But what I'm thinking is happening here, and I see more and more sort of tactical analysis people saying the same thing. Is I think we're seeing a change here where we don't really need that striker role anymore with the way we're playing, because we're playing with that false nine, and letting that space in behind become occupied all the time by different people. There's different people transitioning into different positions all the time. It seems like, you look at the goals. We've scored more goals now without a striker than we have with a striker. We're scoring our days with Aubameyang, our main striker. We're now scoring more goals than when we had him. So you can argue, okay, a striker is going to bring you some goals, but at the end of the day, when football is about scoring goals, we are better off at the moment the way we're playing. I think a striker is a good idea, and we will bring in a striker because it's good to have that option B, a different way of playing, having someone a bit more available in the middle when we come in from each of the wings. But at the end of the day, I would not say that a striker is something we're absolutely lacking, because the way we're playing now with Havertz as coming in, into that role, and Trossard as a false nine, Jesus being used as a false nine, even though we play better without him. The amount of goals we're scoring, the way we're playing without a striker, is working very well. So you got to see it for what it is.
I'm old school, Sam. I'm old school,
Yeah, four
and
four
I
two.
know that someone criticised Van Dijk. I can't remember which former player it was. Oh, Ballack it was a few weeks ago, and
Yeah.
said, "Oh, Van Dijk. He's lucky he didn't come up against Drogba and all these, strikers from back in the day."
Mm.
And yes, while I agree with you, I still think it's all these, you know, so-called clever tacticians, a lot of them can be very defensive minded as well, which
But
then
we're
takes
not.
away that central striker role, I suppose.
Well, what we're not. What's amazing to see now is his. It seems like the last part of his tactical, shall we say, evolution at Arsenal he's come into his final phase now, where you see the way we play now, and this is very much to do with the score lines we've had the last few games. Is we press up so high now, and we pin teams into their final third, into their back third, and we stay up there. We don't go back. It's incredible.
Yeah.
We really pin teams up there. So we're playing in teams' final third, in their third, and with players like Declan Rice and Jorginho and Erdegaard, and the way they're pressing and winning balls, we can just stay up there, and we win the ball back straight away in transition, and then we can get the ball in straight away, and we're just creating so many chances and scoring many goals. Is incredible at the moment. I do agree we do need a striker as an option B, and to have that person there in the middle who can maybe help out, and maybe score a bit more goals individually. But I really don't think we miss a striker. That's the thing, and I just think football's evolving now. I think we're moving. You can see more and more teams now um, using more that false nine, moving away from the traditional striker. And I think I think we see football moving maybe a bit into a different direction now. And the one thing I was going to talk to you about,
Go on.
Brownie, you see, like Pep Guardiola, what he's doing. Have you seen what he's doing with John Stones?
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like, going back in the day, like a Bobby Moore type of role.
He's like a Libro now, isn't he? Like good
Yeah.
old
Yeah. Yeah.
Beckenbauer
Like a
Libro.
Beckenbauer.
All of a sudden, John Stones has got a free role, and it's
I know.
amazing because it just opens up so much. Because tactically, from an opposition's point of view, all of a sudden you got John Stones coming against you, and he's going left, he's going right, he's going. Like, what do we do when you mark him? It opens up other space. It's a real spanner in the works, isn't it? And that's how confident City are. They're so confident with their pressing and their high pinning, their gegging press and all of that, that they could just say to John Stones, "There you go, you got a free roll, mate." Because
I
John
think in
Stones is
in
good,
a way though, Sam, I think the plan behind it is to get that extra body in the middle of a
Yeah,
park,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Whereas Pep Guardiola's doing it from a central defensive role,
yeah,
but Arteta is doing it maybe from the left back or the right back,
yeah,
and we
yeah,
and I remember watching the overlap a couple of weeks ago, and Roy Keane was like, and Roy Keane was like, you know what? If a defender come in near me,
yeah.
I'll tell him to fuck off, get back to his position. But you are
Yeah.
right. It's football evolving, but yeah, I don't know, Sam.
Listen,
I
Brownie,
don't like these
Brownie.
phrases or
I just want to
a
say
number
this.
eight. He's playing the eight role.
I
What the
just want to
fuck
say
is that
this. I
shit?
just want to say this, Brownie. I love you, but I know you're a traditionalist. You're a nostalgist. You love the old days. You love the 4-4-2. You love the big guy, the big Nile Quins, and
Oh, I
the
loved
big
it. The big
the
man
what's
and
his
little
name?
man combination was
The
great.
the big guys knocking him in at the far post. The guy in the middle, the focal point, the target man. The old traditional way of playing 4-4-2 down each wing, get the ball in. Listen, that's great. There's been so much great football with that. That's
I know.
fantastic. And I know what you are. You would rather be back in 1986, 1987. That's
Well,
where football was
I
at its best for
listen
you.
when I was in school. Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I started off being a striker years ago, right? And then be, as I went older, like throughout my teenage, I started going back because of my height, basically,
Yeah,
because I was getting taller, more quicker than some of the other guys in school.
yeah.
But yeah, I remember when I knew I was getting taller, I was that target man up front,
The good
and
old target man. Yep, yep.
yeah, and I had my feet right, and I was just trying to, bullet header all the
Yeah.
time. I'm
But you know what,
45 years
Brownie?
old now, and I
Yeah,
tell you, with
it's still.
what's recently happened, I wouldn't be surprised the amount of headering I done with them heavy footballs back in the day. I'm
Bit of brain
you
damage.
know, I,
You got a
yeah,
bit of
could be
brain damage.
dementia by the time I'm 60.
But you
But
know
then
what,
again,
Brownie? It's very interesting. I think this is a very interesting topic of conversation because there are so many ways of playing football, right? Our beautiful game. There are so many ways of approaching it, so many ways of playing it. And what's interesting, I think, with the way football has evolved now, with these advanced hybrid formations we're seeing now, I think you can see sometimes the good old traditional 4-3-3 or the good old traditional 4-4-2 actually is a real spanner in the works for these
yeah,
hybrid formations. And you see that when some teams just go to traditional 4-4-2, just direct down each flank, direct into the box. You can see it gives these teams these fancy tactical teams a lot of trouble. Is That's what I
yeah,
love about
oh,
football.
absolutely,
I love
absolutely,
this. No matter how far you come along advanced in football, and I do think it's great we see ideas and progression and things like that. The old ways of playing football are still there. Still going to work. At the end of the
absolutely, mate.
day, at the end of the
And you know
day,
what?
I'm a proponent. I just want to make this one last point.
Okay,
I'm a proponent. I'm very much a proponent from a coach manager perspective. Very much a proponent of you play the tactics that suits your team.
yeah,
It's,
yeah,
you got to look at your team and what best suits them. What's going to suit the way they are as a team. How do you best set up your tactics to suit the players you've got? Not the other way around.
yeah,
Not go in with an idea and say, "Oh, I want to do this," and the guys just have to, fucking figure
yeah.
out how to do it.
You need
You
these
know,
days. You need to take the
that's
players with you.
yeah. You got to play a tactic that suits the players you've got, and so that's where you need to see a bit more of the old style. I think that suits these teams that maybe don't have all these fantastic, skillful players. You know, you're going to see more of the traditional 4-4-4-2 and all of that. But yeah, it's lovely the way football evolves, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even if it's like a plan B, West Ham done it last night, yeah, right? We were 1-0 down, and all of a sudden they sent Souček up, basically up
Yeah,
front, the big tall guy, and they were, launching balls forward. Almost worked for them because they
yeah.
should have had a penalty in injury time.
And
But
look what happened. And look what happened. They used David Bowen as a full. Look what happened. They used David Bowen all of a sudden as a false nine.
yeah, I
David
mean,
Bowen as a false nine. He got a hat trick.
he used to play that role at Hull at times. He was top goal
Yeah.
scorer in the championship. But I completely forgot. Cardiff were offered him. And Warnock said no. So he went to Hull, and the
Good old
rest is
Warnock.
history. I completely
Good old
forgot
Warnock.
about that.
Yeah. Good old Warnock.
Right, Sam. One moment. Let's start on tonight's topics. Right.
Yep. Yep.
First of all, guys, check the channel figures above. We've hit the 5K mark, YouTube subs. We've hit the 5 million views. There's more views now. I've had more views on this channel than people in Scotland. There you go.
Well done with the subs. 5K. That's well done.
It's a
Good going.
shorts, mate. We had this conversation earlier. It's a shorts,
Yeah.
but it's very hard bringing the shorts viewers over to to everything else. But hopefully, and right, little thing while we're on this topic, right? We had first channel sponsor. Now I got an item being delivered on Monday. It's only going to be for a week or whatever, right? Where I'll have to promote their product, right? I'm not going to mention what it is, but it's from China. So I got a funny feeling it's going to fall apart when I do use it for the first time. And blood everywhere. There you go. There's a... Right.
Oh, good.
Right. Tonight's score. Let's have a look what flash score is saying. Because I know Mr. Tom is watching the Leeds game at the moment. Leeds half-time, they well up in the Yorkshire Derby against Sheffield Wednesday. They had a Yorkshire Derby last week, didn't they? And drew to Huddersfield. That's right, Sam, isn't it?
Yeah, did they lose Huddersfield? Yeah, they lost, didn't they?
No, I think he equalised last few minutes, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure people in the chat will let us know.
Maybe they didn't draw. Maybe they did draw. Yeah, they could have drawn. Yeah.
Montpellier beating Nice. Stuttgart beating Union Berlin. 0-0 Napoli Torino, and halftime 0-0 Barcelona Mallorca. So we'll keep an eye on them. But Leeds and Sheffield Wednesday, massive clubs. People, modern day or younger generation, don't really know how big.
Well, it's that part of the
clubs
country,
Leeds
isn't
and
it?
Sheffield Wednesday are.
It's that part of the country,
Sorry?
isn't it? It's that part of the country. You go up to that part of the country, they are huge, aren't they? Leeds, and then you go up to Sheffield. Sheffield clubs are huge. United and Wednesday. You know, it's
Wednesday. In my opinion, Wednesday got much better. Well, obviously, got much better history than United, especially days with Ron Atkinson taking them to Wembley a few times.
Yeah, Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday have. Yeah, we've had some run-ins with them. Arsenal with us for the two cup finals in '93, both the FA Cup and the League Cup. I mean, that's a pretty big coincidence, isn't it? You know, you play the same team in both cup finals.
And we both started at Crystal Palace together, but on one side you had Mark Bright up front, and then on the other side you had Ian Wright.
Correct. Yeah.
Mr. Tom is watching. Thanks, mate, for watching. Have a guess who scored. I don't know. You tell. Okay. Have a guess who scored.
If it's Tom saying guess who scored, So I'm presuming it's going to be someone we like to
Welsh.
ridicule.
Someone with Welsh.
Someone we like to ridicule, maybe like a Furpo or something like that, maybe.
I'm going for Ampadu.
Oh,
going
it's,
for
it's
Ampadu.
Bamford.
Oh, Bamford. Oh,
Bamford. Oh,
Jesus.
wow, he's
Oh,
found his
this
scoring
guy.
boots, hasn't he? He's
Oh,
found his scoring boots.
this guy, I tell you. Bamford.
It was a laughing stock, wasn't he, last year? Everyone was like, get rid of him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. The next conversation we are going to have
Yes.
is, I don't know if you watched the last show, right? Mark and Lee Kendall. Okay, right? Bear with me, Sam. There you go. I put on social media on Facebook. I put this post up. I also put it on the YouTube community thing as well. When former
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur Wolves goalkeeper Mark Kendall made his debut for Cumberland Town in a Welsh Premier League year 2000, his son Lee was at the other end keeping goal for Barrytown. Unfortunately, Mark lost his life a few years ago. Had a great career, if I'm honest with you, right? However, today I just wanted to show you, share this with you guys. Today, the Kendall family caught eye on the Facebook post, and they thanked very much for sharing the post and sharing the memories. Lee
Oh, that's
Kendall
nice.
actually, yeah, I think it may be Lee Kendall's wife or sister,
Right.
Tina, yeah, so it's nice that they actually reached out to the people who we were writing about.
That's great. That's really
Yeah,
good. Yeah, nice. That's nice. Nice you got that recognition for doing that.
yeah, it's okay. Mr. Tom comes back and says, Leeds have been shit all half and scored in 45.
Well, that's great. That's great. That's what you want, isn't it? Still want to score
I
goals.
Sheffield Wednesday. I've been there a couple of times, both with Cardiff, and I went to watch. I went to watch Everton play there as well. When Everton played
What's the
there,
name of their ground again? Sheffield
Hillsborough.
Wednesday.
Hillsborough.
Oh, that's Hillsborough. Yeah, that's right.
It's
Yeah.
the away end is absolutely massive. I think capacity of the away end is like 5,000.
Yeah.
And when I went there first, I watched Everton there. Kanchelskis was playing for Everton at the time. He
Oh, yeah,
scored a hat
Kanchelskis. Yeah.
trick, and it was 5-3.
Kanchelskis was tasty, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Until the Russian mafia told him that he needs to move. And also as well, bear with me. I just want to say happy International Women's Day to all the women out there. Just make sure you iron. Get the ironing board out. Right?
That reminds me of. We don't want to be misogynist here and all that, but
No.
it's
No,
we're
I'm
allowed,
only joking.
we're allowed a few jokes to that. It's just a joke. And but I heard this amazing joke the other day. You might have heard it. I just want to say it's so bad. It's good. And that is
Go on.
would you call it when you come inside a woman?
Go on, tell me.
Loading the dishwasher.
Oh. Well, you know what?
Oh,
And it is a
sorry to all
complete
ladies. Sorry.
coincidence, right? It is a
Sorry to all
complete
ladies. It's a joke.
coincidence. I completely forgot it was International Women's Day, and I put a short up with George Best a few hours ago,
Oh
and
God.
George Best was having an interview and he was talking about Miss Worlds and Caroline Ahern,
Oh my
God
God.
rest her soul, was saying, "Oh, you've dated a few Miss Worlds," and he says, Yeah, 3 in total. It should have been 7, but I didn't turn up for 4. And then
Uh,
I completely forgot. I completely forgot it was actually International Women's Day, so I thought, oh, and I'm not going to take it down now, but
yeah.
you know, but yeah. So what have Arsenal got on the weekend?
So we're playing Brentford at home on Saturday, late kickoff.
Okay,
So, but what's interesting here, Brownie, is on Sunday, Liverpool play Man City.
yeah,
So what can happen is if Arsenal win on Saturday, we go ahead, we go into first place, because on points, because we've played the game more.
yeah.
Then on Sunday, what's very interesting is if they draw those two teams, then Arsenal are first place in the league after the weekend. We maintain first place, and recently with our very very good goal scoring abilities, we have a very good goal difference. We have the best goal difference as well, so it puts us in a very strong position. So if we win on Saturday evening and Liverpool Man City draw on Sunday, Arsenal are the new leaders of the Premier League after the weekend.
But I think Arsenal got a harder running, haven't they? I think
I think that's
that's what
debatable.
I've heard.
That's debatable because, yeah, I mean, obviously, I know we've still got to play Chelsea, but that's at home. I think we've still got to play Tottenham. I can't remember if we're playing them away or home, but and we've still got City to play away. But City and Liverpool still have other tough teams to play as well. But yeah, we might have a slightly harder run in. Depends really how you look at it. But it's interesting to see. We could be the Premier League leaders after this weekend, which would be really good.
Do you think you can do it? Do you think you can do it?
I think we're the way we're playing at the moment, where we seem to have kicked into this new gear, and tactically we seem to have shifted into a better way of keeping the ball high up the pitch. We've got more confidence basically in the way we play. I think we've got a very good chance. I really do.
Declan Rice has
It's
made a
yeah.
massive difference, haven't he?
He's been an absolute. He's incredible. He's been so much better than I thought he would be. From this from this early on, basically from when he first started for Arsenal, he's been so good. I thought it might take a little while, but no, he's just gone straight in there and just been incredible from day one. Basically, he is a whole new level of
Yeah,
midfielder.
yeah.
The way he just reads the game and just he's just always in the right place to make tackles and break up play, and then his passing is so good. He just always knows the right pass to make, which is so great.
You know what I'm going to say now, don't you? You
Yeah,
know
I
what
know
I'm
you
going to
rated
say.
him. Yeah.
You know?
But you got to remember, we supposedly had one of the best midfielders in the world, Thomas Partey. We were hoping he was going to come good, but Partey's just been a disappointment. He really has. He really has. We've hardly had any good game. I mean, I think we've had a handful of really good games out of him, to be honest.
Yeah.
In the entire time he's been at Arsenal, he's never been able to play like 10 games in a row. Never.
But the thing, you would probably had to pay a lot more for Rice. Rice was coming down to the end of his contract. He told West Ham he wasn't signing a new
Yeah,
contract. So
yeah,
West Ham were in a predicament of, okay, do we sell him now? Do we cash in on him now, or do we,
yeah,
And but they've spent wisely with that money, which leads me on to another question about
yeah.
Arsenal and your favourite player, right?
Right.
Well, Arsenal FFP, they're really
Yeah,
up against it at the moment. We've been on about striker, and it does look as if they're going to have to sell to buy. Yeah,
yeah. I think they have to free up a lot of wage space as well, and then so and I think a lot of that is happening now. this summer. I do think we're going to be letting a few players go. That'll free up a lot of the wage space as well. I think there's rumours of we're going to see Eddie go. I think Ketia. I think we're going to see Zinchenko go. I think we're going to get rid of him. We're going to see Ramsdale go.
Well, you old enough to remember Liverpool with Coutinho. Liverpool
Yes.
show Coutinho. They
Um.
invested very, very well. So
Oh
well,
yes.
they won the league and the Champions League since.
Exactly. They got a huge amount of money for Coutinho. So then they invested very well.
So my question to you, if a very, very big offer come in for
Yeah.
Saka, bearing
Yeah.
in mind he's come from the youth, the academy,
Yeah.
so in the FFP books, it would be 100% pure profit.
Yeah.
If a big offer come in, would you and do you think that offer would be accepted and then invested wisely throughout the rest of the team stroke squad?
That's a very good question. I think um, it's difficult because you're going to essentially be selling to either a European rival or a championship rival. I mean by that I mean Premier League rival. Um, the thing is, it would have to be the right price. It'd have to be the
Okay,
right price. I mean, at the moment,
150.
they're saying is
150 was Coutinho, wasn't it?
yeah, they're saying the market value of Saka is over 180 at the moment.
Okay.
So if someone came in for 200 million, why not? I would say because it's very difficult to. Is one of those players where at the end of the day, you want if he wants to stay at Arsenal his whole career and become a legend and all of that, maybe that's different if he's really got his heart in it. But it's so difficult to turn down that money. I think
Yeah.
if you got a Real Madrid or I don't know Bayern Munich, I don't know if Bayern Munich's got that money, but that's a problem, Brownie. Which clubs have that money? There's very few clubs that actually have that money now, really, for those big players.
Yeah, you're right. Real Madrid, PSG,
That's about it, and even they're
Man
struggling.
City, maybe, no?
They don't need him.
They don't need him.
They don't,
Liverpool, if Salah went to Saudi, for example,
he wouldn't go to Liverpool. I
well,
really don't think
well
he'd go to
there was
Liverpool.
rumours about him going to Liverpool before he signed the last contract, wasn't it?
Well, that's just rumours. There's
Yeah,
nothing behind
agent
it.
agent talk, maybe.
No, I think the only way I see him going is going to like a. He wouldn't go to PSG because that's just too much of a. It's just not. He wants more competition than that in terms of playing. He'd probably go to Real Madrid if Real Madrid came like with 180 or 200 million and a big contract. He'd probably go to Real Madrid, but you know,
They'd have Mbappe, wouldn't they?
but they've got Mbappe. They've got all. Look at the players they've got. They've got the young players. I don't think I just don't see Saka going anywhere. But you're in theory, it's a very interesting question, and in theory, yes, I would rather. Let's put it this way: I would rather cash in on him and get that 200 million than let his contract run down and
Yeah,
just get
yeah,
like 50 million for him.
yeah,
Definitely, because that money could be invested in some really good players, throughout the squad.
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe Jared Bowen.
Well, he'll probably cost a lot as well, wouldn't he? I suppose. I mean, he's not going to be Saka money. But he's still a lot of money. I think Jared Bowen is a good player. He's a very good player.
Okay, last topic of the night. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go. There's a lot of top clubs requiring a new manager next season, and in my opinion, there's not enough top managers are going to be available.
yeah, interesting point. Yeah,
So let's start off with rumors going around about Xabi Alonso. Is he experienced enough? Both a player for Bayern and Liverpool.
Yeah,
What
I've heard.
if you were Xabi Alonso? What would you do?
I've read, and again, I don't know how reliable the sources are, but apparently there are sources that are saying that Zabi Alonso has agreed, will agree to go to Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
I just think that's the logical step for him to take. But to be honest with you, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Liverpool. I wouldn't, because he's done such a good job at Bayer Leverkusen. You got to remember, the job he's done at Bayer Leverkusen is eyebrow raising.
yeah,
Is the way I want
yeah.
to put it. He's not just gone in and done a decent job. He's done a spectacular job. He's got so many players playing really well, and he's not just beating Bayern Munich. He's thrashing them, including actually really beating them when he's playing them. When they play them as well. And he's just, that's just not, that is just not, something that's normal. He's going above and beyond. His ability as a manager there is going above and beyond. And if he's doing it at that level, which, let's be honest,
Yeah.
that's a high level. German Bundesliga is a high level. So if he's doing it at that level, I would definitely think Liverpool would be interested in giving him a go. I really would. I mean, because of his connections with Liverpool, he's you know
If I'm Xabi Alonso, right?
yeah,
Bayern is the easier option.
yes, that's the easier option.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
because
I think that's the more likely option. That's the more likely option.
I
Yeah.
think I think it's most sensible option as well.
Yeah, because
Because you
he
can look
stays
at
in Germany with his family.
yeah,
He'll give himself another couple of seasons there to develop. Maybe try and win the Champions League. Etc. Etc. He might be able to really bring Bayern back on the map again. If he brings Bayern back on the map again, makes them a big powerhouse again. That frees him up to choose who he wants, doesn't it? You can basically choose who you want then as manager, can't you?
but also as well, whoever has, in my opinion, whoever has that job after Klopp
Mm.
is walking the plank
It's
basically.
it's like coming in. It's like coming in to Manchester United after
Yeah,
Ferguson. It's like coming into Arsenal after Wenger. It's what do you do? How can you come in after such a legend? That's the problem.
yeah,
So, but at the same time, as if you think from Liverpool's perspective, now they've got plenty of time to make a decision, right? They've known now for a long time, or they will have known for a long time by the time the season finishes that they need to replace him. So they got a long time to make a decision. Really think long and hard about it. I would be thinking, who are the options really for Liverpool? I mean, yeah,
I
you got
know.
some of those bigger names out there, that haven't managed for a little while, or they're becoming available. But you think of Xabi Alonso, he's got that connection to Liverpool, hasn't he? He's not just a big name right now, but also got that connection. So it's like, let's give him a chance. Let's give him a go, because I think I think the supporters would give him a longer rope, because he is still quite a new manager, right? So you
Yeah,
sort of have like give him a bit longer rope, because he's still learning, learning type of thing. And at the same time, he's already done such a great job at Bayer Leverkusen. I think it's like, gives him a mandate to, they'll probably give him more time. I'm talking about supporters now. If he
yeah,
was,
yeah. No,
if he was the Liverpool
I get
manager,
your point.
they would probably give him a mandate to give him some time, see what he can do. Whereas if you bring in like a Tuchel, or you bring in, I don't know, one of these other guys, they wouldn't give him 6 months, would they, if they're not
Yeah,
performing?
I know. Um, I'm thinking because I remember. I don't know if you remember. I remember when Dalglish left and Souness, and they didn't win a league for 20, 30 years after.
Yeah.
Um, is there a sensible mentality of Xabi Alonso saying, "Oh, listen, I'll watch from afar.
Yeah,
I'll watch from afar. Leave someone else go in."
yeah.
And because I'm still thinking, I know he's like 33-1 with the bookies,
Mm.
but I'm still thinking, if that is Xabi Alonso's mindset, could they turn to Steven Gerrard?
You know what? That's another one, isn't it? Because
You
Gerard,
know?
even though he's done, he did a half decent job. Where is it? Celtic, was it?
Rangers.
All
Then he
right,
went
no,
to Villa.
sorry, he did a half decent job at Rangers, but anywhere else, everywhere else he's been has been shit, hasn't it? It's been really
Yeah,
bad. So I think that sort of drags him down a bit, pedigree wise. But he's a Liverpool legend, right? He's an absolute Liverpool legend. So again, they'd probably give him a bit more time. And you know what? It probably would make sense to maybe give him a chance. And Alonso say, no, it's not my turn now. I won't do it now because
yeah.
like you say, I mean, you got to think what's going to happen at Liverpool now when Klopp goes. It's gonna there's gonna be a huge. They're gonna need to make huge changes at Liverpool.
I
There's
know.
players are getting older. They've got to change a lot of the players. They've got to maybe change the system. There's a lot of changes they need to do there. There's potentially a whole new rebuild that needs to be done there at Liverpool. And would Xabi Alonso like to come in and do a rebuild? I don't know. That's the thing. That's maybe something for maybe Stevie Gerrard to try and do. And then, like you say, Alonso moves on to Bayern Munich, which would be a
Yeah,
much easier transition for him. Does a good job at Bayern Munich for maybe a season or two, and then when Steven Gerrard eventually gets the sack
yeah,
from Liverpool, but he set up a half decent foundation or whatever,
yeah.
then Xabi Alonso can come in and do work with that. I think
And you never
you can
know
see that
because
happening.
When Gerard left, finished football, he went into the back. He went the backroom staff at Liverpool, didn't he? At first,
Yeah,
before going on to Rangers, you never know. It could well have been an agreement in place.
yeah, you never know.
John
That,
Wayne
yeah,
posed in a chat. Howdy,
howdy,
John. Howdy.
howdy, partner. Yeah. No, you're right with Stevie Gerrard. That could be a sneaky little. They could give him a chance because of the status he has with the fans, right? Even though of course I do think the Liverpool fans recognise he hasn't been the greatest of managers. He has a poor managerial record, but with Liverpool it could be a whole different thing, right? That's the thing.
Yeah,
With Liverpool, his legendary status could especially with all these young players coming through, right? They have so many good, talented players coming through now. Maybe he could build something with them.
I know, because you've already been coaching them a few
Yeah,
years ago.
exactly. All these
You
young
know,
players coming through.
listen, you know what I'm like with my betting, Sam. Do you know what I mean?
What's the
Absolutely
odds? I mean,
terrible. But
what's the,
something
what's
is telling me about
what's
this.
what's the odds on Gerard?
Last time I looked, which was about 2 weeks ago, it was 33-1.
Yeah, you see, that's a good little punt, that Steven Gerrard. That's a good little
You
punt.
know,
Yeah,
Stefan is in the house. Hi, Stefan. Hope
yeah,
you're
big up
well.
Stefan.
Stephen was given the league pound shitting themselves. Put he hates Rangers, doesn't he? And Stefan, I got a funny feeling Kiefer Moore could have a hat trick for Ipswich against Cardiff tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay, Barcelona also looking as well. With Xabi coming to the end of his contract. Man
yeah. I mean,
United possibly as well.
Xabi could maybe go for a Barcelona trip. Yeah, definitely. That could be. Yeah, that is an option for him as well. It's interesting to see, like you say, there's a few big names out there and a few big teams opening up with their managerial positions. So it'll be interesting to see how it all sort of unfolds. The big one being Liverpool. I'm surprised. I'm surprised Klopp threw the towel in already. I thought maybe he would last another season or two, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I agree with you there. But with all of these, Man United could be looking. Ten Hag still there, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But he managed Arsenal. What about Unai Emery? If one of these clubs come knocking at Unai Emery, would he turn them down?
I think Unai Emery is he's showing himself again. What a good manager he is. I think he just needs to have the right. He needs to do the right thing with the right players. That's the thing. I think at Arsenal he didn't have the players he wanted. Um, I don't think he had the players that suited his system. He couldn't figure out a system at
Yeah.
Arsenal. So many people have short term memories there. They fondly remember Emery. I don't see how, because his tenure at Arsenal was a fucking nightmare, and especially the last few weeks, it was just
The
every
problem
team.
is, I think Ten Hag have got the same issue now.
Every team, every lineup was different. He never had the same lineup. I'm talking Emery now. He
Yeah,
never had the same lineup, and we were letting other teams have over 20 shots against us a game. We had no midfield. We had no defense. It was a complete nightmare. So Emery didn't work out at Arsenal, but I think Emery at the right, if he goes to a team where he knows he can work with the players, his tactics, his system will work with the players, then he can do a good job. And he's done very well for Aston Villa. He's
yeah,
done a great
yeah,
job for Aston Villa. He has previously done a very good job previously with Sevilla. You know, and you can't really knock his credentials like that. Would he go to Liverpool? I don't know. It's a possibility.
yeah. Oh,
Possibility.
here you go. We got flying pig in here. Fucking hell,
Hey,
pig. Bloody hell. I hope you well, mate. Thanks for joining. I know you probably got to stream later. Are you stream later, my friend? Um, but
looks like looks like
go on,
Alonso
sorry.
scored for Leeds.
Oh, jeez. I'm thinking,
Alonso,
I'm thinking for that Barca job, I'm
yeah,
thinking Michel, who's currently the manager of Girona, because
yeah, he's done a great job as well.
yeah,
Look what he's done with them.
I know.
I mean, incredible.
Because also you got the independence thing,
Mm,
the Catalan thing between with Girona and Barcelona. Um,
yeah,
politically, that's why Xabi Alonso could never go to Barcelona because of his link to Real Madrid.
that's true. Yeah,
You know.
that could be there. Yeah, you're right. Could be something there with that.
Oh yeah, the
But
boxing is tonight. Flying Pig, as per usual, feeling a bit rough. But he's going to watch a box. Are you going to watch a boxing, mate? You got,
me,
yeah, you going? You watching a boxing tonight on TV?
who's that again? It's
Oh, you got Joshua against that.
that guy's not even a boxer, is he?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He's an MMA fighter, isn't he?
I had a free bet with a certain betting company,
How much does it
and
cost? I can't pay for that shit.
no, I had free bets, so I've gone for the MMA fighter to beat Joshua. I don't
They're
know
doing
why.
boxing, aren't they? They're not doing MMA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if they're doing boxing, then Joshua will probably kill him.
Well, hey, he put Tyson Fury on his backside. This guy,
Yeah, but that was back a while ago, wasn't it?
well, a few months ago, I suppose.
Tyson Fury. Yeah,
Uh,
Tyson Fury wasn't really up for it, was he? But no, I mean, listen, it's always entertaining and all that, but I might watch it. I might watch it on a dodgy stream or something. I can't pay for that crap. I think it's
oh, I
extortionate.
know. I'm the same. I'm the
How much
same.
they're charging for it?
Don't know. Don't care.
As I was saying, they're probably charging like 40 quid for it or something like that. It's like no way.
No problem. Listen, guys. Uh, Sam is a bit tired. We can tell, and I'm a bit tired as well. So we're not going ahead. Probably going to do another show tomorrow after football results come in. And what are you up to over the weekend, Sam?
So tomorrow, probably
Yeah,
be on
20 quid.
the.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's extortion.
I know.
Extortion just to watch a boxing match is stupid. No, tomorrow I'll probably be on the the road trip with Mr. Tom and Gary. Every Saturday we do that, the road trip, where we basically do a soccer Saturday on drugs, basically, talking all different kinds of crap. And yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow. And the rest of the weekend, probably just relaxing a bit because a little bit under the weather, really. So
No worries. Well,
yeah, but listen,
thanks for joining me.
thanks for having me on. It's been really good fun. So thanks for
Yeah,
that.
no problem, mate. And guys, hit that like button. And if you join late and you got fuck all else to do, then fucking start right from a beginning. But until next time, adios. Hasta
Cheers, mate.
luego.
Adios.
I can't remember. Salam alaikum. There you go.